Hey there, gearheads! If you love 50s, 60s, and 70s American classics, our YouTube channel is made just for you. From muscle cars to vintage pickups, we bring you history, restorations, and pure nostalgia. Hit subscribe and support us. Let's keep the golden era of cars alive. Join the ride now. Cars Sparkle.
Number 5. The 1960 Dodge Dart, though a sales success, had its fair share of criticisms, especially when seen through a modern lens. The Dart was a classic example of early 60s design excess. With towering tail fins, oversized grillwork, and an almost spaceship-like dashboard, it felt more like a concept car than something built for the average American road. Many called it too flashy, even back then. The wraparound windshield and thick pillars made visibility a challenge. The dashboard, though futuristic, had unintuitive controls, and many drivers found the push-button transmission more of a gimmick than a convenience. Dodge introduced the Dart with 3 trims: Seneca, Pioneer, and Phoenix, each more upscale than the last. But without any consistency in naming conventions or styling cues, buyers often didn't know what they were looking at. With its torsion bar suspension, the Dart rode smooth on highways, but cornering wasn't its strength. The steering was vague, and body roll was noticeable. Not ideal for performance-minded drivers. The standard Slant 6 was dependable, but slow. If you didn't opt for the V8s, especially the larger 318 or 361 cubic inch versions, you were stuck with a car that looked fast but wasn't. Entry-level Darts had interiors that felt cheap, with hard plastics, vinyl seats, and minimal insulation. Road and engine noise were ever present inside the cabin. Like many American cars of the era, early Darts were prone to rust, especially in the fenders, floor pans, and rocker panels. Poor rust-proofing shortened the lifespan of many early models. Affordable entry to the Dodge line. The Dart was cheaper than the full-size Polara and offered a Dodge experience at a budget-friendly price. This made it wildly popular with first-time buyers and families. Buyers could choose from a wide range of power plants, from the fuel-efficient Slant 6 to the powerful V8s. The Dart Phoenix 5.8 could even compete with muscle cars of the time. Although not exactly small, the Dart offered impressive interior space, especially in the rear seat and trunk. It was marketed as a compact, but functioned more like a midsize. This suspension setup gave the Dart a smooth, comfortable ride, ideal for long road trips across America's growing highway system. Despite its flaws, the Dart sold very well. In fact, it helped rescue Dodge's bottom line in 1960, proving there was a big appetite for smaller, but not too small, American cars. Survivor status today, early Darts, especially well-kept V8 models, are respected among classic car collectors. They represent an important transitional period in American automotive history. The 1960 Dodge Dart wasn't perfect. Far from it. It had awkward styling, odd features, and lacked performance at the base level. But it also had charm, character, and carved out a spot in Dodge's lineup that would evolve into something far greater in later decades. Number 4. Safety scandals and handling issues. The most notorious problem with the Corvair came down to its handling, especially in early models like the 1960 version. It used a rear-mounted air-cooled flat 6 engine and a swing-axle rear suspension, a combination that could cause unexpected oversteer, particularly during hard cornering. This design flaw would eventually be highlighted by Ralph Nader in his famous 1965 book, Unsafe at Any Speed, which claimed that the Corvair was dangerous and poorly engineered for safety. Unlike later years, the 1960 Corvair lacked a front anti-roll bar, which made it even more prone to body roll and instability in turns. The 1960 Corvair featured an 80 horsepower, 2.3-liter flat 6 engine. While innovative, it wasn't exactly thrilling. Acceleration was modest, and the car was outclassed in speed by many of its competitors. The Corvair's heater system pulled air over the engine. A clever idea, but it often smelled of oil or exhaust, leading to complaints of unpleasant or even unsafe fumes inside the cabin. As with many cars of the era, rust protection was minimal. Early Corvairs were especially vulnerable around the rocker panels and wheel wells. Since the engine was in the back, The trunk was in the front, but it was shallow and oddly shaped, limiting practicality. Innovative design for its time. The 1960 Corvair was the first mass-produced American car with a rear-mounted air-cooled engine. This layout was radically different from the typical front-engine, rear-drive setup of the time, more akin to a Volkswagen Beetle than a Chevy Bel Air. The Corvair featured sleek, minimalist lines and a compact footprint designed to appeal to American buyers looking for something smaller and more European-inspired. It looked nothing like the other Detroit steel of its time. GM developed a lightweight aluminum engine specifically for the Corvair, something highly advanced in 1960. It contributed to the car's overall lightweight and good fuel economy for the era. Independent suspension. While controversial, the Corvair's fully independent suspension was ahead of its time, offering a smoother ride than many of its competitors on straight roads. The Corvair kicked off a wave of compact cars in America. It launched months before the Ford Falcon or Plymouth Valiant, and it was GM's first real attempt to fight back against European imports and rising fuel concerns. For 1960, the Corvair achieved around 20 to 25 miles per gallon, which was excellent when compared to most big American sedans that struggled to break 15 mpg. The 1960 Chevrolet Corvair is one of the most controversial cars in American history. It was innovative, unusual, and bold, but its design flaws gave it a bad reputation that would eventually affect GM's image for decades. Still, the Corvair deserves credit for taking risks. It showed that Chevrolet, and Detroit as a whole, could think outside the box. Number 3. The 1962 Falcon was known for being extremely utilitarian. While that appealed to budget-minded buyers, others found it bland and uninspiring. Interior materials were minimal, with little sound insulation or comfort features unless you paid extra. The standard engine was a 144 cubic inch, 2.4-liter, inline-six that made just 85 horsepower. Even when upgraded to the optional 170 cubic inch, 2.8-liter, with 101 horsepower, acceleration remained sluggish, especially with the 2-speed automatic transmission. While light and easy to maneuver, the Falcon had soft suspension, narrow tires, and manual steering, which made it feel vague and floaty in corners. It was meant for comfort, not performance. Like most cars of the early 60s, the Falcon had no seatbelts, airbags, or crash crumple zones. Safety was not a major selling point. Even padded dashboards were optional. Early Falcons were known to suffer from rust issues, particularly in the floor pans, wheel arches, and lower body panels, especially in humid or salted road environments. Affordability and simplicity Ford hit the nail on the head with the Falcon's price and practicality. It was designed to be simple, cheap, and easy to maintain, a car for the everyday American family. In 1962, a new Falcon could be had for around $2,000. The Falcon was light, around 2,500 pounds, and its small engine meant great gas mileage, getting up to 25 miles per gallon, which was impressive in the early 1960s. Ford offered the Falcon in nearly every form: two-door sedan, four-door sedan, wagon, convertible, and even a two-door hardtop later on. This versatility helped it appeal to a wide audience. Perhaps the Falcon's most important legacy is that it served as the platform for the original 1964.5 Ford Mustang. The Mustang borrowed the Falcon's chassis and drivetrain, making the Falcon the unsung hero of Ford's muscle car history. Mechanics loved the Falcon for its straightforward design. The inline-six engine was easy to service, parts were cheap and widely available, and owners could often fix it themselves. Compared to the oversized land yachts of the late 50s, the Falcon was trim and modern. The 1962 model had cleaner lines than its 1960 debut, with a slightly more refined grille and rear-end styling. The 1962 Ford Falcon might not have been flashy, but it was dependable, efficient, and cleverly designed. It was the right car at the right time, helping Ford recapture market share from rising imports like the Volkswagen Beetle and domestic rivals like the Chevrolet Corvair. Number 2. The 1953 Buick Skylark was a distinctive and luxurious model that marked Buick's entry into the high-performance and premium market. Here are some key details about the car. Model year 1953. The Skylark was introduced as part of Buick's 50th anniversary celebration and was one of the most expensive and luxurious models in Buick's lineup for the year. The Skylark was a convertible with a sporty, elegant design that featured chrome trim, a sleek, low-slung body, and a curved windshield. It was part of Buick's Special Series, but came with exclusive features that set it apart. Engine. The 1953 Skylark came with a 322 cubic inch, 5.3 liters, Nailhead V8 engine. It produced 188 horsepower, which was considered powerful for the time. It was equipped with a 2-speed Dynaflow automatic transmission, offering smooth shifting and comfort. Top speed. The car could reach around 100 miles per hour, which was quite impressive for the period. Luxurious interior. The Skylark featured high-quality materials inside, with leather upholstery, chrome accents, and a luxurious dashboard. Advanced suspension. The car used Buick's Torque Action suspension system, which contributed to a smooth, comfortable ride. Custom features. The Skylark came with special trim, including a unique grille design and special badges that signified its exclusivity. Limited production. Only 1,690 units of the 1953 Buick Skylark were produced, making it quite rare today. It was a limited edition vehicle that reflected Buick's ambition to create a luxury vehicle to rival others in the market. Price. The Skylark had a starting price of $5,000, which was a significant amount for the time. It was one of the most expensive Buicks ever made at that point. The Skylark set the stage for Buick's future luxury and performance vehicles and is considered a classic today. Its blend of style, performance, and exclusivity makes it highly desirable among classic car collectors. Number 1. The 1950 Lincoln Continental is one of the most iconic American luxury cars of the post-Waubutomer era, combining elegance, innovation, and a sophisticated design. Here's a closer look at the vehicle. Model year 1950 Lincoln, which is a division of Ford Motor Company. The 1950 Continental was offered primarily as a 2-door coupe or 4-door sedan, with the 2-door coupe being the most popular variant. The 1950 model continued the classic design language of the late 1940 Continental models, but with a few refinements. The car had a distinctive and stylish look, including a long, sweeping hood, elegant chrome detailing, and a rounded rear end. Its design was a blend of European and American luxury aesthetics. Engine. The 1950 Continental featured a 337 cubic inch, 5.5-liter V8 engine. This was part of the Lincoln's monoblock V8 family and produced around 130 horsepower, which was fairly powerful for the era. The car came with a 3-speed manual transmission, with an optional overdrive for smoother highway cruising. A Hydra-Matic automatic transmission became available later. Performance. The Lincoln Continental was known for its smooth ride, powered by a sophisticated suspension system and its long wheelbase. It was not a performance car in terms of speed, but was known for luxury and comfort. Interior. The interior of the 1950 Continental was luxurious, with leather upholstery, a well-appointed dashboard, and high-quality wood trim. The seats were designed for maximum comfort, and the car had a spacious, refined cabin that appealed to affluent buyers. Suspension. The Continental had an independent front suspension and a live rear axle, contributing to its smooth ride and high level of comfort. Convertible option. While most of the 1950 Continentals were hardtop coupes or sedans, the Continental brand was known for its elegant open-top versions, with the 1950 model being available as a convertible as well. The convertible model had a retractable soft top that contributed to the car's luxurious and classy appeal. Luxury features. Standard features included power windows, power steering, power brakes, and a sophisticated climate control system, all enhancing its luxurious driving experience. Production numbers. Only around 3,000 units of the 1950 Lincoln Continental were produced, making it a relatively rare car today. Price. When introduced, The price of a new 1950 Continental ranged from about $4,000 to $4,500, which made it one of the more expensive cars of the time, competing with other high-end brands like Cadillac and Packard. The 1950 Lincoln Continental is often credited with helping to establish the Lincoln brand as a maker of high-end luxury cars. Its sleek, European-inspired design became an instant classic, and it was often associated with high society, even being featured in numerous Hollywood films. Its innovative styling and features made it a direct competitor to other luxury marques like Cadillac and Packard, but the Continental's reputation for quality craftsmanship and attention to detail set it apart. Due to its rarity and luxury status, the 1950 Lincoln Continental remains a highly sought-after collector's car. The car's elegant design, comfort, and low production numbers make it a favorite among classic car enthusiasts today.